Cultural Marxism is literally a Nazi conspiracy theory. Like literally the Nazis in Nazi Germany invented the phrase cultural Marxism. The fact that you're asking me about it is pretty telling of who you are.
Oh, you think I'm a Nazi?
Most definitely. I mean, at this point, like, you've made it pretty clear.
Why am I a Nazi?
You ask me questions about cultural Marxism. That's literally, like, so in case you don't know,
let me ask you, who's Antonio Gramsci?
Okay.
Gramsci.
Antonio Gramsci.
Who is he?
Why are you bringing Gramsci into this?
No, but just tell me who he is.
The Italian socialist.
Yeah, so what phrase did he coin?
I don't know, you tell me.
Cultural Marxism.
Oh, okay.
Was he a Nazi?
Okay. No, Antonio.
Oh, so maybe it didn't come from the Nazis.
Okay, literally. Look,
so why would you say something so false when Gramsci himself came up with the phrase?
Do you know what the conspiracy theory is around cultural Marxism? Then why it got so popular in Germany in the 1930s?
So let's go back to Gramsci. What did he write about cultural Marxism?
I don't know. I'm not familiar with all of it.
Yeah, you're not familiar because you just keep on spouting out these things that call people Nazis, which is super unhelpful and not true. And so, yeah, Antonio Gramsci from prison said that Marxists must adopt a cultural framework alongside an economic framework in order to get the means of what they want to get done. That's not a conspiracy theory. Just read his book.
Okay, but that's different than the phrase cultural Marxism.
How is it different?
What do you mean? How is it?
It's exactly the same thing.
No, it's not exactly the same thing. So what happened is in Nazi Germany, they spread this theory called cultural Marxism. They literally had this theory that Jewish people were secretly like bringing Marxist theory into the mainstream, and literally
that's not at all what anybody on the right talks about.
Are you kidding me? What about the guy who literally just murdered a bunch of people talking about great replacement theory?
You think
you're telling me that Tucker Carlson doesn't talk about that on a regular basis?
Hold on a second. So, first of all, Buffalo Shooter's disgusting and it's awful, and he was more of like a weird leftist than anything on the right. If you actually read what he wrote, he called himself a left-wing authoritarian, which sounds more like you, by the way, than me. Let me finish talking.
The Nazis pretend to be on the left too, buddy.
Secondly, what is cultural Marxism? Cultural Marxism is developing a cultural framework of deconstructionism or postmodernism to try to break ourselves from the shackles of the Western tradition so that we can embrace the nonsensical economic ideas that you believe in. That's not a conspiracy theory, it's reality. And it was written by Gramsci himself. And if you're not familiar with those writings, well then you're not really equipped to talk about cultural Marxism. You just keep on like, conspiracy theory! Like, yeah, actually you're wrong. Like, go to the roots.
Sure, buddy.
Is that your response?
Sure.
Thank you, Ben. Thank you, Charm. How do people in a Marxist society overcome oppression?
Yeah, well...
They leave.
Okay, sure.
So why don't you live in a Marxist country? I'm just curious.
Why don't I live in a Marxist country? Well, I mean, aside from the fact that I was born here and I would like the United States to be a better place, the reality is, like, when it comes to overcoming oppression, I mean, just look at, once again, Vietnam, right? Vietnam invaded by the United States. Is that not oppression? Or what about North Korea, for example? In North Korea, we killed 1 out of every 5 people in their entire country. Is not the very minimum of evicting colonizers and evicting imperialist armies.
Hold on a second. Why did we invade Korea?
Why did we invade Korea?
I'm asking you.
No, you tell me. Because the truth of the matter is their economy, like, so first and foremost, they were, like, obviously, Imperial Japan was occupying Korea. Then you have the socialists that liberate Korea from Imperial Japan. Then you have all of these powers coming in the middle of Korea at the end of World War II and ended up splicing it up. So the reality is, one of the reasons why we invaded Korea is because we were deeply upset that anybody anywhere in the world would be socialist. Because do you think Korea is going to, like, invade the United States?
Well, no,
right after
so let me ask you a question.
We're about to invade.
Where is it a better place to live? Seoul, South Korea, or Pyongyang, North Korea?
I don't know. It depends on who you are.